Hello and welcome to the Godess Fluffy Blanket channel. I know there's not many people watching at the moment. Of course you're all very interested in the war of Armageddon, and it's purple Pokemon against the Power Rangers, and I'm going over to the Karmic Chameleon alien ambassador Jeremy Plantpot. Okay Jeremy, what's happening up there in the skies?
Yes, we've just carried out the latest offensive. We've dropped the leprosy virus on a psychiatrist conference in Plymouth. That's the latest news so far on what us aliens are doing. We've decided to see how clever these doctors are at curing viruses. We know that Earth doctors just take some of the virus and inject you with it, hoping that you'll get over a small dose. Of course, alien doctors would actually inject you with the antibodies so you get better. But your doctors are stupid. We'll just see if they can overcome the leprosy virus without help.
Yes, so I'm just going to go over to Dr. Dread. Yes, as you've heard, the aliens have dropped a leprosy virus on a psychiatrist conference in Plymouth. Do you think the psychiatrists will be able to overcome the leprosy virus? Do you think the Power Rangers will win? Do you think you can defeat the purple Pokemon?
Look, I know you think I don't know when you've not been taking your medication. You're talking in word salad again. What's you on about? All I can hear is alien, leprosy, purple Pokemon. What are you talking about? Goddess Fluffy Blanket, you just don't realise how ill you are sometimes. I can tell you're not taking your medication, you've no makeup on, and quite frankly, your hygiene has just deteriorated terribly. Did you have a bath this morning? What have you had for breakfast? Have you done your shopping this week? How did you do it? Did you catch the bus? What have you been doing with your time, just sat at home? I think you should get a charity job or something, really I do. I mean, I'd section you, but for some reason we've got a shortage of nurses at the moment.
Yes, well thank you Dr. Dread for that, yes. I've just had Hippy Dave in the studio. He's got some important information about how the Hells Angels are helping with the war effort. Yes, Hippy Dave, what are the Hells Angels doing?
Yes, Amanda. Hippy Dave here. Yes, some friends of mine, some Hells Angels, some biker friends of mine, have been instructed by the aliens to ride round and round in a circle round the psychiatrist conference, smoking and blowing out exhaust fumes to try and kill the leprosy virus and stop it from affecting the general community. And they've also been instructed to prevent any psychiatrists from leaving, but it's getting pretty nasty out there. The psychiatrists are coming out, and despite the fact that all the fingers are dropping off, they're trying to inject the Hells Angels with antipsychotic medication. So it's hand-to-hand battle, and I'm not sure who's going to win. So it's back to you, Amanda.
Yeah, so Dr. Dread, do you understand what's going on out there? Why are the psychiatrists trying to inject Hells Angels with antipsychotics? I mean, what's that supposed to be doing?
Sorry, what are you going on about again? Hells Angels, oh yes, Hells Angels. Hells Angels are a group of people suffering from group psychosis, and this is characterised by severe hygiene deterioration. The only treatment for severe hygiene deterioration is antipsychotics in high dosage in injection form, and hopefully once we've started injecting them, they will realise the error of their ways. They will stop riding around on motorbikes, they will get married, have children, and they'll start wearing suits and smarten themselves up and wear aftershave. Yes, very important. that Hell's Angels are sectioned in hospital and put on antipsychotic depot injections. Yes.
Well, we'll just have to see how things develop down there in Plymouth. And I have got in the studio with me Rose, Herbilist and Witch Doctor, and she actually has news from the vampire community, what the vampire community are up to. So it's over to you, Rose. As Dr. Dredd quite cleverly pointed out, the psychiatric department is rather short-staffed at the moment. Now, I heard the vampires flew last night, flew across the countryside and followed the nurses' home, and they drained their blood, so they are dead. Ask Dr. Dredd if his nurses are dead. See what he has to say. They're dead. That's why there's no staff on the ward. They're dead for this fluffy blanket. The vampires have drunk from their blood. Yes. Well, okay, Dr. Dredd. Yes, I'll ask you. Is it true? Are many of the nurses dead? Did they wake up dead this morning? Did vampires attack them in the night? What do you have to say, Dr. Dredd?
Look, where have you got your information from? There's no such thing as vampires. Look, it's true that the husbands of some of the nurses rung in this morning to say that the nurses were dead. But they've ascertained the cause. It's a patient on one of the wards hasn't washed their armpits, and she's given the nurses some nasty germs. So I've doubled her dose of antipsychotics, and I think that should help halt the spread of the germs that are killing these nurses. That's all I've got to say. Thank you.
Well, that's the news on Armeggedon. I have to stay neutral as the correspondent. So, who do you think's going to win? Purple Pokemon or the Power Rangers? We'll see. Bye for now.